How are you doing today? So today, we're back with our book, and don't forget, not love lost. And today we are back telling the story about what's her name? I always forget. I used to say Daisy, I think, and it's actually Lindsay. And I'm even thinking that I'm saying the last name wrong from the author of the book. Sorry about that. I keep forgetting to ask my husband, how do you say that last name? But anyway, I'm sure you guys are okay with me not mispronouncing the last name. I'm sure nobody's gonna sue me or anything like that. So anyway, so what happened? So we end up on a part where Daisy actually starts dating this guy from England, and she takes her little she takes these trips to England to get like what to call sorry about that, to get antiques. So that's her little getaway excuse. So this guy, she's been going over there like many times, and they're actually now they're like more like serious, but he knows that she's married, and he's okay with that because I mean they're just like messing around basically. The guy seems like he's a good guy, but he has no hopes for love because he thinks that it's just one rich girl that it's tired or it's bored and needs a company. That's how he sees it basically. So Daisy decides to Lindsay and Geoffrey, they already have this like super like disconnected relationship. So I think at this point like she's thinking to leave. She's basically thinking just to like, she's like in between these two things, like having this guy, the British guy, on one side, and he treats her good and all that. I think his name is Reginald or something like that. Yeah, Reggie. And the conflict is that she loves, well, her way of love, obviously, to Geoffrey because she obviously doesn't want to leave him or like just divorce him. But and what happens is everything starts falling apart because she's not getting anything from Geoffrey, but she's getting it from this other guy. But now something's growing in her, like feelings for this guy. So don't take this from me, but I think if I remember, I don't know. Okay, so first of all, let me tell you, Lindsay's dad dies. Like, I forgot why did he die? Like, I don't know if he got sick or something, but he died. So it was really sad for her because obviously, like, even though like she knew the whole situation about her parents, like she loved her dad, right? So he dies, and before he died he confessed to Lindsay about Adele, and he says that was the biggest mistake he ever made. He does he actually starts by like, he actually mentions something like Adele never let him touch her, something like that, like how cold and like how she was, like basically like how bad a relationship was, like they didn't even sleep in the same bed, and basically he told Lindsay everything about Adele, like everything. And so Lindsay knowing that, like, she kind of get a little angry with Adele, because it's like, okay, you messed up our relationship as friends, and not only that, like, you didn't even love my father, so now it's like this complicated relationship between them, because it's like the dad is sick and Lindsay couldn't go to the house like that much, and it's like, it's really tough. But the dad died, so when he died, Adele obviously kept the penthouse and like money and stuff like that, and now she's alone, right? And long story short, like, Adele starts seeing Geoffrey as, he's handsome, like a way of like taken from Lindsay. And she starts getting really sneaky, like, for example, like, she'll know that Lindsay will go to England, and she'll call Geoffrey and say like, oh, I make dinner but I don't want to eat alone, so basically like inviting him in. And then when he comes to the penthouse, she'll be all dressed up, like all sexy and stuff. And keep in mind at this point that Adele has a great body. She never had kids, and she's like super pretty and all of that, right? So long story short, these little dinners and please save me, Geoffrey, because I'm having trouble here and there, whatever, like, they get really often. And Lindsay never says anything about it to Geoffrey, but Geoffrey's always like, oh yeah, I need to go and help her, or things like that. And Lindsay's like, okay, I don't like it, but she's not like the type of like jealous, so she's like, whatever. But it happened whatever needed to happen, which is like Geoffrey cheated on Lindsay with her. So they were cheating at this point, right? Like, Lindsay's cheating, he's cheating, and it gets to a point, I forgot when is the moment, but there's a moment, I totally forgot, there is a moment when I don't know if I'm gonna find it right now, but there's a moment when everything just like basically turns like horribly for both of them. I think it's when okay, so Lizzie scheduled a trip with what's his name, with Reggie, to I think Morocco. Yeah, I think it was Morocco. And then when they go there, like, Lindsay obviously got a hotel, like really nice hotel with like for 2 people. So during the trip, Lindsay and what's his name, they go out, obviously, that because she didn't go there for any antiques or anything like that. Like, she actually just went to have some time with Reginald. So while they were out, Geoffrey calls the hotel and asks for Daisy, and I think he called the hotel. Anyway, like, so he called, and then the lady says, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did she? I don't remember. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, but I don't remember if he calls or the hotel call back and ask like if everything was well during their stay or something like that. I forgot, but it was one of those shocking moments, and that's how he realized that Daisy was cheating. So anyway, moving forward, like, it gets to a point where, like I say, it was like a fight that they had. Oh, I think it's because of Adele, the fight. And the fight gets really heated up, that Geoffrey said that he can't do it anymore, that he needs to leave, and then he wants to divorce. And Daisy didn't fought him. Like she really like acted like an adult, and she's like, but she did cry and she felt horribly, but she's like, okay, go if that's what you want. Because okay, I need to tell you, like, the daughter dies. So their daughter dies when the daughter got pregnant, and during labor, she couldn't handle it, and then she died. So I think it was after that. So Daisy was already really sad, and then this happens, and then so Daisy's like, yes, go, whatever, like, and he leaves, and they got divorced, and it was really sad for Daisy. But he moved with Adele, and when Daisy actually found out that it was true, that like he was actually gonna go with her, she got really upset and kind of like, you know, when like no, that's not gonna happen to me, like I'm gonna do it to him because nobody's gonna do it to me, like things like that. So what she does is like, she went to England, and it's funny because when she sees what's his name, Reginald, and he pick her up, she says, we're gonna spend time together, whatever. And all of a sudden, like, she says, damn, let's get married, or something like let's get married. But I forgot why the conversation came in or started, but that's what happened. And then Reggie got kind of like, okay, what's happening? And she said, basically, yeah, like, let's get married, right? And they got married. Long story short, they got married. And Daisy finally meets, before they got married, actually, no, after, like, she finally meets their family, and she's shocked because it's like very working class, kind of poor people, and they live like, in England, it's like in a bad area, like for example, in America, it's like living in the I forgot. I had the word right here. It's like living like in those places, in those apartments that the government gives to people, right? So the family are really not educated, so their English are super weird. Like, she already knows, like, it's not like a high, and like, you know. So anyway, they live where he can, like in his apartment, which is really no to Lindsay's standards, but they spend a few times, like a week alone, and then she calls the mom. And tell her that she got married. Oh, because the mom is looking for her. So Geoffrey actually finds out that she got married, and he tells the mom, and the mom is like, how did that happen? Like, they're like, they can't understand how. But we're gonna leave it here. It gets even better. So thank you so much. If you came to this point of the video, do something to give me a like, give me a comment, something, just so I know that at least someone is getting into the end of the videos. And let me know if you like the video too. Okay, so I hope you have a good day, good night, good afternoon, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.